All right, hello, collective. Welcome to another video. Spirit has on me heavily to talk about the waking up, the spell breaking that's happening, um, and just being aware. A lot of you may be getting a lot of mudras downloaded, is what I'm getting for some of you. Others may be learning different types of hand symbols, and hand symbolisms to do. Those kind of mudras, right? No, what are those called? I forgot. Doesn't matter. Anyway, there's a lot of just good energy. And the divine's trying to show you your gifts and your power that you might have been sleeping on, or trying to um kind of ignore, but it's time to get up and start walking. So we're gonna go see what's going on with that. Yeah, with the Nine of Wands reverse. I mean, the Nine of Wands upright, the Seven of Cups reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles reverse. It's time to go. It seems like you've been waiting a little bit too long to do something. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It's okay. You're Nine of Wands. You're doing it, but it's under a condition that's a little bit strenuous, right? So you're not um so just be aware of not overdoing. You might be overdoing some sort of work, or overdoing some sort of multitasking, like, oh, I'll do all these things at once and then everything will be fine. No, relax yourself. Allow this energy as it's empty to be fueled by whatever you wish to be coming towards you, because with the Nine of Wands you still have chance to use your energy. It might be a close call, but you can still manifest whatever you need in order for this cycle to come through. You just need to be able to control the energy that you are outputting, and in other words, control yourself, you know. Yeah, with the Nine of Wands, because there does seem to be a bit of back and forth, like Cain and Abel, a fighting between. It's like fighting between yourself. You know that you need to do this. It might even be you needing to go fully on your spiritual path, and you know that you have to, and you have to go like fully in. And there's like, whenever you decide to do this, there's something the divine's going to do for you. But it's like knowing that, and then also being like, yeah, but what about all these other things that I like doing? What about all these other things? And the divine's trying to show you that, though yes, those things are very useful and helpful, um it's it's not necessarily what you need to do. Um, the divine's trying to like see where you're gonna, yeah, with the Queen and King of Pentacles. The Queen coming first is really good to the King. That's perfect, because it's divine testing you where you're gonna put your feelings, if you're gonna focus on your feelings, and what's gonna be your outcome, especially with the Star and the Five of Wands. Because what's going on is the divine's testing you and going like, okay, so you want to do this and those things. We can make that work out, of course. But are you going to do it? If you have the free will, we'll allow you to do whatever you want. Have fun on your mission, but you need to be on your mission. So we'll let you fight yourself. You know you shouldn't be doing these things, but you do them anyway. Are you still doing your tasks? Or if you're still doing your task, it's okay. But if you're allowing the side thing, the side piece, I'll say, lol, that is distracting you from your main purpose, your main job, your main mission, then you need to drop it and leave it. And it's the divine trying to show you, like, hey, take discipline into your own hands. And this is what the divine's been trying to tell you for a while, and every time it gets a little bit more like watered down. And it's because it's like now is the time to start waking. It's if you haven't woke up yet, it's gonna be kind of scary. So I wish you the best. But the moon and the Knight of Pentacles reverse, like, there's a need to really know who you are. There's like a birthing, a rebirthing, BERTH, because you're coming out of the water. Um, and that's why things aren't able to move forward. This regret energy of things not moving forward, you're like almost, because like what's going on energetically is you're getting an upgrade, and this upgrade is making you feel sad. The energy doesn't know what you're seeing. The energy doesn't know, the descriptions of what you're at. The energy only knows what is sent to it, which is regret. So then it says, oh, you don't like this, which is why things slow down. It's like, okay, so you don't want this upgrade. Okay. But it's the energy. You need to be able to control that energy. And it seems kind of hard and scary, but these things people like they block out of you for a reason. You have to relearn this stuff. So don't, you know, you understand how hard it's going to be, but if you truly wish to be in these higher enlightened energies of living this dream life of yours, then you must enter this type of energy. You have to be on this path. Your soul knows the way. You don't. With the sun popping up, it's like, again, it's your soul. Your innocence knows the way. You don't know your way because you've been taught wrong. You've been corrupted. It's your soul that remains pure and pure. So remember that always. Yeah, with the Ace of Wands, like, there's not many other cards wanting to come out. I got it down, really. Yeah. But like, it's like you're moving forward when you know you don't have any idea. But it's not even like you're depending on the divine necessarily. You're just like, oh, I don't know what's going on. It will be fine. But you're not like, hey, divine, what's going on? Like, Ten of Wands reverse. You've almost, like, given up. And you've fallen within this world energy. Or this energy of being related to the physical. It's like you're trying... I don't know. Be careful of the things you're ingesting. I'm on the physical. Because that may be causing some sort of uncertainty, stagnation towards you and your upgrade. So let's see here. What else is going on here, Spirit? We have strength. Yeah, you need to be able to nurture your thoughts at this time. Heavily nurture your thoughts at this time. It's very important. And it's like, when I mean by nurture your thoughts, I'll go into it a little bit. When I say nurture your thoughts, I mean whenever you have a thought, let's say because the Magician and the Fool, because it's up to you completely, with the Tower as well. You stub your toe, right? And you stub your toe, and you're like, I'm in so much pain. This pain sucks. I fucking hate this table. I fucking hate myself. I hate the table. Those things right there, saying those things, there needs to be a cease of doing those. Nurture your thoughts. Like, oh, I kicked the table. Oh, silly me. I kicked the table. That's my fault. My toe hurts. Is my toe okay? Let me communicate with the nerves, with the energy around the toe that's making itself present, and be like, hey, what's going on down here? Why is it hurting? If you talk to your body, it will talk to you back. And it's this neglect, and it's like, it might even be a shame of like talking to yourself out loud. Maybe you don't like talking to yourself. Maybe that's like a thing you're afraid to do, or you're just scared to do, or you used to do a lot and stopped. But there's a need to do that, because that's how you connect to yourself. That's how you draw up this inner, with the Lovers, the Hermit, and the Empress. That's literally how you nurture yourself. This is something of you that shouldn't have changed, especially if you did used to talk to yourself. That wasn't supposed to change of you. Maybe people thought it was weird that you would talk to yourself, and it's like, oh, well, if I talk to myself, people are going to think I'm crazy and weird. No, everyone talks to themselves. It's problem solving. It's how you do it. You need to talk to someone to solve a problem, so you talk to yourself if no one's there. If you don't have an ear to listen to, if an ear isn't around to listen, then use yours, But there's this energy of like being scared to do that, which is, again, falling in line with being who you are, being afraid of being who you are, stopping. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean for that to hit the phone. But stop allowing the opinions of other people saying, oh, this is bad and you shouldn't do this or that, or this is annoying, and trying to dictate labels of your life. Stop allowing that to happen. Cancel those things out of your energy completely. We have the Page of Swords reverse, and that's the leading cause for this disruption, the confusion, the lack of momentum, the lack of mental energy. And again, like, that you need to nurture it. You're not nurturing your thoughts, that nurturing your thoughts will give you that energy back. It's like, even if an idea, you can't, if you feel like you cannot do an idea at this moment, which is a lie, because you can do anything at this moment. And when you say you can't, that means you're canceling it out. Do not do that, okay? But when you feel like you are unable to do something at the moment, right? I'll say it like that. Tell yourself that you can, you just don't know the answer to it yet. With the Four of Swords reverse. And that might be something that you might not want to do because you feel like it's lying to yourself. But then again, why does it feel like it's lying to yourself? King of Wands. Why does planting a seed of hope seem like a lie to you? Where does that pattern start, and why did it appear? Why did it appear with the Seven of Cups reverse? Yeah, because this is the energy that's keeping you from moving forward, from seeing a new beginning. And on this Seven of Cups on the dice, it has 9. So again, it's like you failing a test even. Yeah, with the Four of Wands reverse, like you're not coming into harmony. Your thoughts are overruling your feelings. You're not making a jump because of these feelings of not being able to do something. And it's like a regret is like you're trying not to fail, or you're having a fear of failure, or I don't want to seem this way, or I don't want to do this or that, or you outsmart yourself. Don't outsmart yourself. The smart man will always outsmart himself. Whenever you have an idea and you go, oh, if I do this, then so X, Y, and Z people won't like it. You're outsmarting yourself. Stop. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you like I would talk to one of my friends if they talked like that to me, because just straight up Libra energy. Like, you gotta stop doing that shit, because like I mean, like, you know what I mean? Because when you say like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, like in these energies of like, oh, I can't make this leap because I'm too scared, or because XYZ people are gonna hate it. Like, no shit, people are gonna hate it. No dog shit, people are gonna hate it. Like, that's a basic thing. People are gonna hate things, dude. Just be okay with that. Stop. Who cares? Do you like that people do that? No. Does that mean that you should self-reflect and be like, oh, that means I should like when people don't like this, because that means that we're different but together at the same time, because I like it when certain people do this and I don't like it when other people do it. You know what I mean? Like, open yourself up some more. Quit being so closed in. Because here's the thing, the smart man will always outsmart himself, because the smart man will always feel like he's on top of the game when actually he's being played by it. And that's the truth. And not a lot of people want to look at that or realize that. And it's just the truth, because you say, because I'll notice this a lot with mystics and teachers. They'll speak enlightened, and they'll say things, and I'll understand what they're saying, but it's the words that they use in their speech that tell me that there's something that's not clicking yet. And it's this. And it's the overstanding of it's the overstanding of understanding what they're talking about, but it's the understanding that the words that are being used aren't reflecting the actual energy that's wanting to be replicated or produced or summoned, conjured, however you wish to say it. But there's a big difference, and people will go around and say words don't matter. Well, if words don't matter, why are you still hooked up on people saying they don't like you? Not trying to make you mad, not trying to like do something. I'm trying to do something, not trying to do anything pessimistic or doubting or negative. I'm just trying to point it out, because that's the truth. And sometimes we get caught up in this game of fighting our own ego, in this sense to where our ego ends up ruling over us, in that sense of outsmarting us. And we have to really get that check in and be like, you might know all these things, but at the end of the day, you're not learning the lesson from a mirror. You might understand it, but to learn the lesson is to develop it, develop through it, to live through it is to understand it. And the Nine of Wands, again, that's like something that you might not want to do. That might be something that you don't want to put your energy towards because you don't find it useful, and perfectly fine, because everyone has a lifetime for everything. But it's these grand understandings that the system that we run under has just been so broke. And the fact that we used to run over our own individual systems and live together in harmony and still understand the purpose and the meaning and all these things, that's the barrier that's like there is we can't do that anymore. Our thoughts betray our feelings. We think that people are trying to hurt our feelings all the time, or are coming at us, or calling us stupid or insurmountable, because we're so smart, quote unquote, that we outsmart ourselves, and then we assume, and then assuming doesn't do anything but make an ass out of you and me, and then you look crazy online or in front of a person because you think that you feel what the person is doing. But what you're feeling is a reaction from the past that you haven't healed from, that person is energy is there to show you that you haven't healed from that. And instead of putting the blame on them and continuing this toxic cycle, you're supposed to look at yourself and be like, oh, I am this issue because why am I feeling this way? Always question yourself. Like, you'll never know 100% of anything. People are sent down here with percentages of knowledge, and we're supposed to come together to understand the grand picture by understanding different perspectives, right? Understand that. That's how we bring life. That's how we live. Hello, experiencing perspectives, all these grand things that people know and understand, but they don't live or do. You can't really experience anything sitting in your house all day long. You got to go outside and experience things. I mean, you can experience things inside the house, of course, but it's all about really allowing the soul to rule rather than the ego. The ego is the prison for the soul. But anyway, with the thoughts of training the mind and feeling this way, like, why do you feel that way? Like, do you need to check yourself, because are you feeling that way because that person is making you feel that way, or are you feeling that way because what they're doing reminds you of someone else, and that someone else has not been looked at as the main issue, because you assume that because you are aware of it, that means you are healed from it. But when you are aware of it, that just makes the wound present. When you break your arm and you notice your arm's broken, does that make you calm down, or does that make you panic, or does it make you faint? What does it do? That's your reaction to the ego getting hurt. That's the reaction to pain. Your reaction to pain is going to be your reaction to hearing truth, to hearing the actualities behind actions of your own and others. And that does, you know what I mean? It's not like getting shot in the foot, but like pain. Don't run crazy with it, but just pain. With the Page of Pentacles and the Wheel, though, but looking at this and seeing these and putting work into this is going to shift this wheel, as well as doing the work that you've been told, especially if you've been having financial issues. I've been hearing this a lot lately for financial issues or just energetic issues or things of that nature. If the divine's putting something on your heart to do it. It could be 3 o'clock in the fucking morning and you're like, I want to shower, but I'm also sleepy. And the divine tells you to go shower and you go to sleep. You just missed out on something the divine was trying to give you because you didn't choose that path of going on that timeline, So listen to the whispers always. With the King of Pentacles reverse, yeah. It's like you're still learning how to work with the divine on the physical because you haven't mastered this tool yet, which is fine. And here's the thing. You have not mastered it if you continue to make the same mistake. That means if you hear the divine and you don't do what you're told, you haven't learned the lesson. You're repeating the lesson because you still aren't doing what the divine told you. And I'll do it in like 5 minutes. No, do it now. Drop what you gotta do and do it now. The divine told you to do it now for a reason. There's something in the ethers that you aren't aware of. There's something in the energy around you that you aren't aware of that is going to change. But because of the Knight of Swords reverse, the lack of action, the lack of ambition, the lack of trust, the lack of authority over your own actions, or the excessive authority dependent on keeps you from going it. You go too fast. You think ahead of the time. Queen of Swords. And even though you allow your feelings to operate your thoughts, which is good, now you have to go to the next step, which is allowing that feeling to move you to the right place. That thought, that idea, that energy needs to move you to the right thing. Of course, you can use that energy for whatever you want. That's the free will of it. But when the divine gives you something and you're wanting something from the divine, you gotta listen to the divine. That doesn't mean just take the energy and run with it. Nah, you gotta, what's the energy for? I gave you $50 to go buy me a pizza, and you went and bought stuffed animals instead. For the birthday party. So now we have all these gifts and no food. You know what I mean? Like, there's a equal give and take, and it's like you didn't even buy the right plushie, and it wasn't even necessary, and then like without all the food, people got mad. It's like all these things happen, you know what I mean? But the Six of Pentacles is the give and take. I'm telling you, it's just equal give and take energy that you need to be more aware of, or if not more aware of, actually take the steps to do it. Stop being so scared to do it, because it's not going to be bad with the Four of Pentacles. again, it's like you want to have this control, and you're like begging. It's like, please, I don't want to do this right now with the tower reverse, because you don't, because you're just like, but they're trying to show you that like nothing wrong, nothing bad's gonna happen. When the divine gives you a thought, it's okay. Like, go for it. With the star reverse, and it's like you're not listening to it. It's like you're rejecting your role with the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're rejecting this gift, the Emperor reverse, because you're not taking the authority to take action towards this. And the Hanged Man, it's time to be aware of that. If you know your mission on this realm, and you got the call, and you picked up the phone, and you said, "Yo, I'm gonna do this," it's time to do it. You know, we've had an exact, I believe, around an exact, I'll give a week or so, give or take, of an exact 6 months since the last call. That means if you are on this path and you are answering your call, go for it. New energy style, bring new life into it, okay? If you are, if you have answered the call, you need to do that. But if you're answering the call and you're taking the first steps to doing so, don't be scared. Even if if your voice is shaky, even if you stutter a lot, do it. Because guess what? It takes comfortability. And I'll use myself as an example, even talking about Yakub. I was a little nervous doing so. A lot more nervous than reading tarot, because I'm more comfortable reading cards than I am talking like that. You know? I'm better informing people on the soul rather than the history of the physical, which is something I need to get used to. So along the journey, I invite you and implore you to tag along with me on this journey and to really do this. And the Eight of Cups reversed, not walk away from this, because this is a magical moment. And even if you're scared to do so, I'm here with you. There's other people here with you that you don't even know about, but their energy is still present. We're working together in spirit. Hello. So let's do it, okay? We're on the same mission. It doesn't matter how you speak. It doesn't matter, like, if someone goes into your comments and corrects your word, who gives a damn? That's what they need to hear. That's what they need to get, and they understand it perfectly. Don't point it out. Don't focus on it. You know what I mean? You both get the same point. It's perfectly cool. It's beautiful. It's how life's supposed to be. That's the opposition of life, is a different understanding. Crazy, right? You know? And that doesn't mean that you're going to be 100% satisfied. That's the whole 70%, 30%. Man himself was split as well down that 70, 30% of satisfied to satisfied. There were the 30% that were more dissatisfied, but every person average had that split. Okay? But that's where that comes. It's just a split of just understanding that, hey, I'm not going to agree that someone else sees it in a different light than me because I feel like I'm so smart. You know what I mean? And I'm going to talk like it too, because that's what's going on with the ego. I'm telling you straight up, Libra Aquarius style, what the ego's doing, you know? And in doing that, it's like you become dissatisfied with knowing that you're right, and the fact that you're right makes the other person right. So it's like you're fighting this war of everyone's correct. So why are you fighting? Why are you restricting yourself? And it's that understanding and that realization that that you're working together with these people that might see things differently than you. Because on the Three of Pentacles as well, he's looking through a telescope, but he might see things differently than you. It might explain them differently than you, but he sees them, or she sees them, or whoever sees them the same damn way that you do. It's just a different vocabulary. It's a different understanding. It's a different envisioning. It's a different palette. It's a different hue of an explanation for it's the same problem. Okay? So understand that. Really get into the depths of that with the Six of Swords and move through the discomfort. Stop allowing this discomfort of even, maybe you're discomforted by that fact as well. I don't know if you are or not, but like, don't allow that to happen. Because the Magician, you know deep inside why they're there. You see what the divine's put in those people with the 10 of Pentacles. Hell yeah, you do. With the 7 of Pentacles, which is giving you a time to wait. Stop. Don't pick at people. Don't assume that you're smarter than these people coming up. Don't assume that you know more just because of age or whatever. Don't even point out people's age or whatever either, because doing that, again, it allows your ego to feed off of this energy of, oh, that, they think that they're this and they're, yada yada yada, and all these things that the ego will produce, and then that you will do shadow work through, either consciously or subconsciously through. It's how the ego works, because the ego will notice it. The ego loves noticing shit like that. If anything's different, the ego's gonna point it out and fucking blast it to fucking the Andromedas and back. You know what I mean? But you need to stop picking at people and stop trying to dissect people or assume that someone is digging too deep on things or things of that nature in this energy, because it's like the understanding of everyone is different, and you may be talking to or about someone that understands what you understand to a higher degree and understand things that you don't quite understand yet as well. And it's this type of humbling that you have to continue to do to yourself, but as well as standing in your power. It's the balance that you have to have, is the humbling, but as well as the power of being like, I know, since I know who they are and they know who I am, and it's like we're saying the same shit but different words. I can stand in my power that I attract the people that understand what I say, and they attract the people that understand what they say, and there's no wrong in it. And the fact that I'm attracted to them or they're attracted to me, and they're aware of my existence, means that they need this type of quote unquote opposition or opposite side of themselves to be present, to show the different meaning to what they already understand, because they wish for more enlightenment. You know what I mean? With the Knight of Pentacles, wish, ask, and you shall receive. If whenever a change is called or needed in nature will fucking supply the person for that. And that's exactly what's going on, So answer your calls, be brave, stand strong, stand tall. With the 8 of Pentacles reverse, you might have stopped working on your path for a minute to clear up some sort of mind foggles. Maybe you were trying to, get some more strength, get some more backbone, figure out how to articulate yourself in a way that you wanted to. Especially with the 5 of Pentacles reverse, you really did that right. But now with the Hermit reverse, it's time to get out of that energy, because you're not drawing anything up, and it's time to realize with the Hierophant that you know all along, and you're just fighting yourself with the 5 of Wands. There's a fighting of you and the angel, or you and the divine, you and the energy that you're receiving, you and the information, you and the pyre, you and the pure light divine energy. But that is y'all's reading. I love you all so much, to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. If you are wanting some really good bracelets, gemstone, triple A, double A grade gemstone bracelets, go to the description and go to Spirit Otter and use the code SLUBLUNAR for 20% off. And they have intentional bracelets for everything. They're really cool. Even if you don't want to buy anything, I highly suggest checking the shop out, because they do have a really good selection of crystals, and they're really cool. Regardless, if you want a reading or any other services that I offer, please don't be afraid to email me and or use the order form in the description as well. Regardless, thank you all so much for the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, whether they're energetic or financial. It doesn't matter, because I appreciate both of them equally. And I love each and every one of you, to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me on this path, for going on your own path, for healing, for growing, for understanding, for being educated, for being so open-minded and beautiful. But yeah, thank you all so much for everything beyond what I said and all. And I will see you all later.